Welcome to the Justice League, where the truth meets power. They say war shows the true face of humanity. But what if all you see is smoke, shattered homes, and the silence after the bombs fall? This is the story of two siblings caught in the merciless storm of conflict, where innocence is lost and survival feels like the only hope. Before we start the story, comment below where in the world you are watching from today. And if you like the story, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss future stories. Like this one. The snow in Donetsk had just started to melt when the sirens screamed again. Alina gripped her little brother's hand tightly. Yuri was only 10, too young to understand geopolitics, borders, or invasions. But he understood the sound of drones. It was a sharp, metallic buzzing, like 1,000 angry bees drilling into the sky. And when that sound came, people disappeared. Their house, what was left of it, was buried beneath rubble and ashes. Just yesterday, they had shared soup in the kitchen, with Mama humming softly, and Papa fixing the power lines outside. But today, they were gone. The missile came in the night. No warnings, no time to run. Only the sound, the mechanical shriek from above, and then the boom that swallowed everything. Now, Alina and Yuri were alone, with a thin coat, an old backpack, and fear for a compass. They began walking, north, away from the border, away from the smell of smoke and burning metal. At 15, Alina had grown up too fast. She memorized evacuation routes, learned to treat Yuri's panic attacks, and buried her childhood beneath concrete and ash. With no home, no map, and no adults to trust, she led them through abandoned villages, dodging both collapsed buildings and the constant menace of drones. Drones were everywhere. They flew without rest, machines in the sky that hunted like wolves, relentless, soulless. She taught Yuri to listen for the change in pitch. When the buzzing grew lower, it meant they were scanning, searching. Sometimes they'd hide under rusted train cars or inside underground cellars. Once they shared a bunker with a family who vanished the next morning, leaving only a child's drawing on the wall and 2 stale slices of bread. The siblings reached a forest just outside the war zone, a thick, ancient place. Locals whispered it was haunted, but Alina only feared what flew above, not what crept below. One night, while hiding in the hollow of a tree, they heard it again, that infernal whine. But this time, it stopped directly above them. A red light blinked through the leaves. Alina covered Yuri's mouth, forcing him still. A low click, like a camera lens adjusting, then silence. Suddenly, the air split with a whistling scream. An explosion thundered less than half a mile away. Trees snapped. Smoke swallowed stars. Yuri sobbed silently into her coat. They waited until morning before moving. The ground was scorched. They found the remains of a van, refugees like them, incinerated. Beside it, a doll lay melted into the mud, its eye staring up at the sky. "Why are they doing this?" Yuri asked. Alina had no answer. Weeks passed. Hunger gnawed at them. Hope thinned. But then, a miracle. A resistance contact at an abandoned checkpoint whispered of a supply train leaving from Lviv to Poland. One train. No schedule. No seats, but a way out. They had 3 days to get there. The journey was brutal. Checkpoints, collapsing bridges, freezing winds. But worse than all was the final night, when the sky turned red. Dozens of drones swarmed like locusts over the horizon, dropping cluster bombs onto what was left of a civilian convoy. Screams, fires, then silence. In that silence, Alina ran with Yuri through back roads, past the bodies, through the smoke. She didn't let him look. She didn't look herself. They reached the train just before dawn. Soldiers barked. People clawed to get inside. Only children were let in. Alina shoved Yuri forward. "But what about you?" he cried, trying to hold on. She kissed his forehead. "I'll be right behind you." She wasn't. The doors slammed shut. The train screamed away. She watched him vanish into the horizon, then turned back toward the ruins, toward whatever was left of her country. Weeks later, Yuri, safe in Krakow, wrote in a refugee center's diary, "My sister said she'd be right behind me. I believe her. I don't know why they fight wars. I don't think anyone wins. They say war is for peace, but I saw peace. Mama's smile, Papa's hands, the way Alina used to laugh when we played snowball fights. And war took all of that. So maybe war isn't a path to peace. Maybe peace is when people remember how to be human. Wars never end with winners, only survivors. The sky remembers every drone, every missile, every scream. But peace remembers every life that could have been. May we learn before more Alinas are left behind." Like this video, make sure to give thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories.